Hello chickies and welcome to the Fully Booked Penguin channel. I am Hannah and today we are doing my February TBR. Now I'm actually going away during February and then I have a lot going on in Feb. So I guess we'll have to see if I succeed in any of these books, because I am going to be very busy with organising announcements and stuff for my own debut novel. But then again, I love reading, and I am one of those people that believe in order to be a good writer, you must love books and like reading too. It doesn't make sense when people are like, I write but I hate reading, my goodness. I'm like, wait a second, how does that even work? So since I am not that person, we are going to choose 9 books, and whether I get to them or not depends. I'm not saying that I won't just choose tons of manhwa or lighter reads this month. I am filming this early, very early. It is only the 22nd. But we're doing what we must, and filming early is that must. So I have 40 minutes on the clock. I have to go to a Bible study in like 30, so I'll see if I can smash this through. So we're going to be using a trusty TBR spin wheel. We did this for January and we're going to do it again. I was thinking of doing a readathon for this month, but just with the amount of stuff I have to do and film, and that brain power is needed for that and not readathons. So we're just going to do the sneaky little wheel. Again, if I get the same prompts as last month, I will be respinning. Great. Beginning with... I didn't even click. So... there you go. Got a little spin wheel here. And it's going to be most recent genre read. So my most recent genre was actually general fiction. I read Away with the Penguins. General fiction. Do I have any general fiction? That's really the question. I have no general fiction on my TBR physical, but I will look on Kindle and go back to you. So let's just spin again, shall we? So I'm not good at clicking, it appears. Can you see the reflection of my room in it? Pretty, isn't it? Okay. It's blue. Random number in the TBR line. Great. I've actually got them sorted by genre, so let's see. Let me quickly count. Cue counting clip.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Wait. Let me see. What is it? What are you? I also just lost count of how many books we were up to. So oops. Might be magic realism. It might not. It might be general fiction, but translated. So I'm actually going to choose that one. So I'll come back to you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Roughly 27 on the list. So I have entered the numbers. I successfully clicked it this time too. What number are we getting? 23. I just stepped on some chips. For book 2, which is random number in the TBR line, we have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, which is, I believe, a literary fiction classic. So, I believe we're following some sisters who are kicked out of their house when their father dies because it goes to a brother, and the brother is not so great, even though he promised to leave stuff for their sisters, he didn't, and lots of stuff. But the brother-in-law comes to town and he's actually really nice, unlike his sister. A lot of brothers and sisters in this book, and yeah, he's actually really nice, but there may be secrets, there may be hidden things and incorrect feelings and attachments. And yeah, it is the next one we're up to in the Pride and Prejudice series, or what I put it in the order of. I've chosen this one to be next, so there we go. Sense and Sensibility. And for the first one, which was wording, I am choosing Soyangri Book Kitchen by Kim Ji-hyo. It would be easier if it was in Korean, because I actually know Korean, but I can't read the romanization of Korean. which I think is most people's opposite problems, but there you go. It's a heartwarming Korean bestseller. May you find encouragement and comfort in our kitchen of books. In the peaceful village in the countryside, far from the bustling heart of Seoul, lies a book lover's paradise, with food and books to create a sanctuary for weary souls like herself. Honestly, 10 out of 10. So we will be reading that for the first prompt. Next prompt is going to be no person on the cover. I think all the rest of people on the cover. So we are going to go with Solo Leveling, Book 2 by Chugong. It is a lit RPG Korean light novel. This is volume 2, and in this we are following Jinwoo, who's in a world where these dungeons appear, and they're dungeon hunters, so they go in, kill whatever inside, and harvest cores from the beasties. However, he used to be the weakest link. He was terrible. He was like an E rank, I think. And one day, he sacrifices himself in a dungeon to save everyone, and he doesn't die, which is very spooky, but he gains the ability to level up. Once you're given a rank, usually, that is your rank. However, our lad starts leveling up, and he continues through the dungeons and makes friends, or not really. I think companions, maybe like adventure companions, not really friends at this point. But it is a little bit gory. It is a little bit death-filled. There are a lot of trigger warnings, probably not explicit on some of them, but yeah, enough that you're like, okay, this is an adult series. Solo Leveling by Chugong is our third pick. Our next pick is going to be, again, failed to click, never mind. Our fourth prompt is going to be audiobook, which requires going on Spotify because that is what I use for audio. And I will let you know what I choose from the audiobook. Or I could do, well, I don't think we're going to finish Harry Potter in next month. Something tells me. So, yeah, let's remove that. Oh, no, I know an audiobook I want. I have an audiobook that I got. I have two, actually, that could fit for this prompt. I should probably note that down, however. Am I going to remember? Knowing my memory, probably not. People keep acting very concerned because I tell them that I can't remember my own books. Like when I'm reading, I see a scene and I'm like, wow, who wrote this? Me. But I do not remember it. I don't remember the details. Penguins equals audiobook. Let's remember that. Okay. Okay, next up we have we had this one last time. It is a cover with a random colour, but we did that last time. So that is removed. Book 5. Again. I'll keep it to myself this time. Did we do booktube recommendation? Did we do booktube recommendation last time? I can't remember. Give me a moment. I have returned. We did not do booktube recommendation. However, we did technically do no person on the cover last time and I just forgot. But I've already chosen it, so for booktube recommendation, I'm actually going with Melissa Wright's Beyond the Filigree Wall, which is book 1 of the Rivenwild series. There are mixed reviews about this, but Hadara actually recommended it in one of her videos, and I downloaded it, added it to my list, because I trust her. I've also got to reach out to her and offer her my book. But let's move on. So Melissa Wright has written this book, and it is about trying to delay until I have the information. Antonetta has a curse to break. When Etta was a girl, Faye stole her mother. Oh, kidnapping? Of a mother? Oh, but she's in a world that refuses to believe magic is real. Oh, she becomes a marshal to gain some standing in order to figure it out. But the Fae Prince has no intentions of letting her do so. He steals her identity. Interesting. Intriguing. It has a 4-star average and there are 3 books in the series. So if I love it, I'll be able to continue it. Anyway, so yes, book number 5 is going to be Melissa Wright's Beyond the Filigree Wall. Alright, next spin. You get to see it. There you go. I think that's right. What is it? Tell me. Oh, a library book. I'm not gonna be exactly home. I could read it early. Oh no, I can extend a book. I can extend the borrowing time? That doesn't sound right. I can extend my borrow restrictions of The Library Spy by Madeline Martin. This is a World War II novel, and it follows America's library spies. So I believe we're following 2 women as they are in a library and they decode messages and different things. So we have a librarian in the Library of Congress in the US, and she has to pose as a librarian. And then in France, we have Elaine, who is beginning an apprenticeship at a printing press, run by members of the resistance. Will I cry? Probably. Why do I keep gravitating towards war novels when I know they make me cry? I don't know. But we're gonna read it. So there we go. The Librarian Spy. Sounds intriguing, to be honest, and it is only 298 pages. So it should be a good read. So I'll just extend my hold on this one. Moving on to spin number 7. Am I being chaotic today? A little. It's a short one. Novella. I don't have any novellas. Spin again. I could find one technically. But do I want to find a novella? Not really. No. I already have to find the audiobook that I forgot what I was doing. Oh, sorry. Book starting with a random letter of the alphabet. Somebody already created one. How nice of them. Yona of the Dawn? That's a Y. Yona of the Dawn, volume 33. Technically, I'm reading 32 right at this moment, but I will definitely finish it. So, we'll be on to volume 33 of Yona of the Dawn, which follows Yona, who is a princess, and her bodyguard Huck. They have to flee the castle because her father is killed by a man who usurps the throne. And Yona and Huck try to track down these dragons, which are actually people that have inherited these powers and been gifted them by the dragons, and it goes through their family lines. So now she tracks them down and they work together to prevent wars, to help her people, and she realizes sort of the state of her country. And it's not as great as she thought it was, because she was kind of naive in the beginning, but very quickly she is a fighter. She is so cool, but we're currently in Stress Town. Hopefully there's a reunion, that's all I'm saying. Hopefully we get a reunion. That's all I'm gonna say. We are 33 volumes into it, so too much more information would be spoilers. Number 8 is going to be me trying to lean closer to the camera when I could just turn this around. Mood read. I am the mood for Lout of Count's Family, so that's what we're going for. This is volume 4 by Ryeo-han. Lout of the Count's Family follows Cale Hennetis, who is the son of a count. However, it is not actually his son, because he is in fact possessed by a real world person who knows the future, at least 5 novels worth of this world. Because this is a novel world, and he knows that the main character will come and bash him up. So he decides, don't like pain, don't want that. So what we're actually going to do is prevent that. And in order to do that, I do have to, twist the scenarios a little bit, get some help from the main characters instead. And he's a bit selfish. He wants to live a very rich, peaceful, non-injured life. But he turns out to be a complete sweetheart, even though in his head he thinks he's being selfish. He is actually being really giving, really sympathetic towards so many characters that he collects along the way, like little adoptions. And it's adorable because dragon. There's actually more than one dragon, but that's the main dragon, and that's our main lad. So, volume 4 of Lout of Count's Family. If everyone knows, quote with me now, I am trying to convert everyone over to Lout of Count's Family. Read it. If I have counted correctly, this is our 9th spin. Last spin before I quickly look up that audiobook that we're going to choose. Reread! I was terrified for a second. I thought I would finally have to confront the book I have been avoiding the reread of, but I keep saying I need to reread it so I can do a video that I've been promising since the beginning of my channel. Okay, not that quite that long, but instead I have technically read Skip Beat before. So we're going to go with Skip Beat, volumes 25 to 27. This follows Kyoko, who enters the showbiz as an actress in order to gain revenge on a childhood friend who betrayed her. But she runs into Ren, or Suruga Ren, and he is an actor, and he doesn't like that she's joined the showbiz for revenge. But very quickly, pasts are revealed, attraction grows, and it is a lot of yearning and a lot of slow burn, and it's adorable. And Kyoko turns out to be a complete natural when it comes to acting, and so she creates roles and she really gets into them, and it's adorable. And she no longer does it out of revenge. But she will get revenge, don't worry about that. It's just not her main focus when she is acting. She doesn't think about revenge when she's acting. But it might be a nice side perk, it's all I'm saying. It's going to go on our list for our reread. Okay, let me find this book for you guys. Okay, so for the audiobook choice, we have A Match of Misfortune by Jess, Heileman, and it is part of the Bachelors of Blackstones series. It is a romantic historical fiction, Regency era. It is a clean romance as well. Cecily Bradshaw had despised Nash Markham since before they met. Before they even met? How do you hate someone before you meet them? Guess we'll find out. His captivating smile, not usually top on the list for hate, but, continuing, and overdone charms, might be grating, but not really worthy of hate, might blind others from the insufferable tease he is, but not Cecily. But if you've never met him, how has he teased you? Only once in the naivety of youth did her resolve momentarily falter, and she is determined it will never happen again. Especially not when, years after their first meeting, Nash returns to England, a wealthier and even more devastatingly handsome gentleman than when he left. And he is intrigued by Cecily, but she hates him, so he's like, wow. But when Nash's luck takes a drastic and sudden downturn, oh no, it is Cecily he must rely on. They're thrown together. A Match of Misfortune is a sweet, kisses only Regency romance with lots of laughs and swoon. The Bachelors of Blackstone series can be enjoyed in any order. It was published in July last year, so I will be listening to that audiobook. So those are our 9 choices, and I've forgotten every prompt because I didn't write it down. But let's go through the books, shall we? We have Skip Beat. It is a shoujo manga. We have volume 4 of Lout of Count's Family by Ryeo-han. This is a Korean fantasy light novel. Yona of the Dawn, volume 33 by Mizuho Kusanagi. This is a fantasy manga. Shoujo, again. Then we have Madeline Martin's The Librarian Spy, which is a World War II historical novel. Or historical fiction is probably the more technical term. Then we have Solo Leveling by Chugong. This is a lit RPG Korean light novel. We have A Match of Misfortune by Jess, Heileman. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Much love. Which is a historical Regency romance. Then we have Melissa Wright's Beyond the Filigree Wall, which is I believe a Regency inspired historical romance. But it's also fantasy as well. So historical fantasy romance. I think. Soyangri Book Kitchen by Kim Ji-hye. Yeah. butchering everything today. Which is a Korean general fiction. I don't know whether it has a bit of magic realism, but it sounds fun to me. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, which is a classic historical literary fiction. And that brings us to the conclusion of all the books I'm going to get around to reading in February, around doing all the marketing and announcements for my own novel. Announcements coming soon. Thank you for watching this video. Tell me what your reads are planned for February. Was that in the correct grammatical order? No. And we're just going to move on. I shall see you all in the next month with lots of announcements, a lot of big things happening. And yeah, let me know how your life is going below in the comments. And please like if you liked it. Alright, bye-bye.